Hello, my ginger loves. Welcome to Tea Time with Joss. I am your co-host, Joss. Remember that I am not for everyone, and neither is this reading, so take what's yours, don't steal what's not. Let's get started. Y'all know what I was thinking about? So, lately I haven't been very hungry, but I've been very thirsty, right? And I feel like it's because for literally like the past year, I've been purging a lot of grief. I cut my locks off after growing with them for 12 years, for doing like a spiritual reset, a spiritual detox. I had a lot of trauma in my locks. I had a lot of grief, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of shame, a lot of things that I needed to heal from. So I decided to cut my locks off last November, and I was thinking in my head, okay, I'm gonna cut all of the trauma off, and then everything will be good. Then I'll feel better, and I'll be fine. No, that's not how that worked. I cut them off. I cut them off, and if y'all only knew how I had this rigged up. Anyway, I cut them off, and little did I know, that's when the damn healing was gonna begin. Oh my God. But I needed to shed a lot of grief about a lot of things, and that's all the stuff I was holding in my hair, in my locks. So I've been growing my hair back and doing work, healing, purging. But anyway, I said all that to say because I just been feeling real thirsty. Like I noticed I have a lot of drinks around all the time. A lot of water, herbal tea, coffee. I do drink coffee in the morning. I have 1 cup of coffee every day. But like eating a lot of vegetables, just, I don't know, I feel like my body is finally done. Like I've rid myself of the things that I needed to shed so that I could go to this next level. So I don't know, maybe it was that new moon in Leo. I think the new moon was in Leo. Whatever it was something going on with Leo. And baby, got me feeling real sassy. Got me feeling, real, I don't know. I just like strength card energy. Like I just feel ready to go in a lot of ways. Anyway, y'all let me know in the comments if y'all been feeling like that. Like you feel like you shed a lot and now you're ready for the next level. Like now you feel prepared because you let go of the stuff. Like a purge. You feel like you had a deep purge. That's how I've been feeling. So maybe that's why I've been so thirsty. Y'all let me know if that's been going on with y'all. Anyway, let's get started. I call back my power. See? All this lightning. Just feeling electric, like you feel the shift. You feel something has changed. It happened suddenly. Like with me, I don't even realize what happened that made me just wake up one day and I was like, yep, I'm ready now. I don't know, it's something about February maybe. But if you've been calling back your power, you are the person that I'm talking about. If you've been speaking affirmations over yourself, if you've been, loving on yourself, being more kind to yourself, giving yourself more grace, you're still doing your work, but you're not resisting anymore. It's like something happened suddenly and everything just came back to you. Yeah, that's what's happened. This is what somebody has gone through. It's been a sudden shift. You don't even realize when it happened. You just know that it did. That's amazing. I feel like that's what's been happening. Stargazer, set your sights higher. Yeah, you just put yourself in a place where you just been thinking big. You've been speaking big. Honesty is the best policy. You've been real with yourself. You've been honest with yourself about how you really been feeling, what's really been going on, and you've just been healing. But you've been healing without resistance. So this time, because you were different, because you changed your energy about the process, how you feel about it, what you think about it, because of that, you've been able to set your sights higher than you ever have before, and you've been truly believing. There's been some kind of shift. You've been real honest with yourself, though. You've been talking to yourself. See this blue? You've been talking to yourself. You've been praying. You've been in a place of more gratitude. You've been changing. There's been a shift. Then we have shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. I'm telling you, you remembering who you are. You just been doing the work. But you've been talking to yourself real good. Whoever this is. On the bottom, track down your fears and desires. Yeah, this set your sights higher is because you're no longer afraid to ask for what you want and just know that it's yours. You're no longer letting the things that you desire, the things that you want, to keep you in a place of fear, because there may be things outside of what those around you want for you or have expressed that they desire for you. It's kind of like parents who want their child to go to a certain college and have a certain job and do a certain thing because that's what they see for themselves. You know, a lot of times your parents project onto you what they really wanted, and they were too afraid to go after it, and so they're living vicariously through you. And now you're being honest with yourself and with everybody else that that's not in alignment with who you are and what you want, and you're just letting them know. You're being respectful, but you're not afraid anymore, because you ready to take some kind of leap of faith. You ready to move. You're ready to do something. But there's something that's been calling you very high. It's something you've been feeling so deep in your soul. And you knew that you had to begin to be honest with yourself. Because, baby, let me tell you. Them lies you was telling yourself, it wasn't working out any longer. So you couldn't help but to transform, but to grow. There's been some kind of tower moment. Something that just hit you suddenly. And you just changed. You felt the shift and you went with it. And it's been opening you up to all kinds of blessings. But a lot of this is because you've also been staying in a posture of gratitude. Whether you've been speaking the gratitude out loud, or you've just been letting the universe, letting the Most High God, letting your ancestors and your angels, your guides, your guardians, and in holy realms, you've been letting them know that you're very grateful and thankful for the shift in the things that you do. You may just, in the middle of your day, thank you, God. You know what I mean? You just stop resisting. You surrender to the process. Yeah. You ain't scared no more. Let's see. Sacred Lust, number 26. Celestial Alignment, number 41. And one more, Spirit. No, not all in. Number 3, Grounding was on top. Thank you. And I Said Surrender, number 44. Told you. You just surrendered. That's all you did. You surrendered. This sacred lust is about freedom. It's about letting yourself be free to literally go after and receive the desires of your heart. The sacred lust is about embracing your divine feminine energy and about using it to help you navigate your journey as well as reach higher heights. But somebody has gotten into alignment because of this surrender. I told you, you just surrendered. That's all. Queen Nefertiti alchemy. Because the divine doors are open to you. You've been strategizing, number 38, which is 11, which is the divine doors. I'm telling you, they open. But you've been using your powers of manifestation. You strategized how to get yourself out of whatever the situation that you've been allowing yourself to stay stuck in. You started talking out loud. Your prayers got deeper. Your prayers got more frequent. You've been raising your vibration. You've been reconnecting, rekindling. They keep telling me that. You've been rekindling your relationship with the Most High God, with the higher realms, with whatever you believe and trust in. But you surrendered to the process. You surrendered. And you've been going with the flow. Just transform and unveil your gifts. You've been changing. Some kind of metamorphosis back into who you really are. And it's been allowing you to speak desires, wishes, prayers, things you're calling into yourself that are, number 1, much different than what you originally thought you wanted. And number 2, things that are in true alignment with who you really are. All that purging you've been doing, all that releasing, all the self-care, all the getting back to yourself, all of that work you've been doing, being honest with yourself and those around you, it's allowed you to embrace this feminine energy that has you high. You've been manifesting. You've been following your intuition. Things are growing around you. Even though we have not truly reached the real new year, it's just facts. Because how can things grow and prosper in the wintertime? That's why New Year's resolutions don't last. Anyway, that's a whole nother discussion. But anyway, whatever you planted, you're starting to see the fruits of your labor because you've gotten into this celestial alignment. Even though we're in the winter, even though we're in a time when, things are not really growing, things are still sleeping, things are still hibernating, things are still dead. It's a lot of stuff you had to just let go of. You had to purge. And because you surrendered and you did, things are growing for you in a season that most people are seeing nothing. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. Baby, it's a new era. It's a new era. Some new things is coming in. Things you've been calling in for a minute. But this shift, whatever this shift that happened, this shift made something different. It ignited something different in you. Six of Coins, you began to cooperate with God. And because of that, divine blessings are coming in. There's now a reciprocal relationship between you and higher power. The devil. Yeah, because you had some kind of spiritual contract. The devil doesn't always indicate something evil. It could just be that you had some kind of divine contract that you signed up for, and you agreed to close out some cycles and to go through some shifts and changes. You knew it was not going to be easy. But in order for you to be able to ascend higher for when, you reincarnate, when you come back, so that you can have a life of ease and luxury, whatever luxury means to you, you had to take this contract, because there are some generational curses that you had to break. There are some past life karma situations, circumstances, behaviors, thought processes, patterns that you had to rid yourself of. And so because of that, this contract, you signed up for a doozy, but you knew you could handle it. Right? You may have been here a few times. So, Earth is ghetto. You're not oblivious to it. You've been here before. You understood what you were signing up for. This was a very difficult mission, but you were able to do it because you finally put it in your spirit for real to surrender. So this could have easily been some kind of contract. Could also be that, you were realizing that you had some sort of attachments, to money, or to being a giver, an overgiver. You didn't have a lot of reciprocal relationships, and so that was something that you needed to sever from your life. That was something you needed to be honest with yourself about, something you needed to surrender to so that you could heal it. Could be that also. But I'm getting more like, it's some kind of contract you sign up for. Three of Baskets in reverse. Yeah, you definitely were severing, these ties with being an overgiver, attaching to people, places, things, behaviors that just were not in alignment with who you are. And in order for you to receive this next level of divine blessings, you definitely had to separate yourself from some karmic energies, however the karmic energy comes in for you, whether it be through a person, people, behaviors, patterns, family, friends, whatever. But there was some kind of contract, and you had to surrender to letting it go. It just doesn't fall in alignment with this version of your spirit, of your soul. This version of you calls for you to be higher. So you had to break some stuff. Yeah, the Father of Baskets and the Three of Knives. I'm feeling like you also, got a little nudge from your ancestors, from your spiritual backing to, just face the truth and free yourself. They wanted you to get away from certain energies also. I said that you were breaking some kind of generational curses as well, and that's what this is. This is something deep in the bloodline that you had to free, yourself from, so that things could flow in a different direction for not just you, but your family. The High Priestess. Yeah. You are definitely trusting yourself. You're making silent moves. You've been healing yourself, probably in isolation. You've just been being quiet. You've been working on yourself. You've been developing a higher relationship with your spiritual self, with your higher self, with your God self. There's been a lot of high level work being done in truth. You've been being very quiet about what you've been doing, especially since you've separated yourself from these karmic energies. Definitely it's at least 3 people or 3 types of energy, something like that. Yeah, 4 of baskets, but y'all know in this card, she's looking at herself. There's been a lot of self-reflection. You've really been looking in the mirror, taking accountability. Hold on. Oh, I guess not. Hold on. Okay. Taking accountability. Y'all, I'm sorry, my situation ain't working out for me today. You've just been looking at yourself. There's been a lot of self-reflection. You realize that a lot of the rejection you felt is because you weren't treating you right. What did I say? Some kind of tower happened. There's some kind of shift that took place, and it's because something happened. And whatever the something is, you didn't resist. You just let it happen. But it happened all of a sudden, so sudden that you can't even recall when you got into this different energy. This energy of surrender. You can't pinpoint when you felt it. You just did. Something happened and you didn't freak out. You just went with it. Whatever it was. And it was some kind of test. I feel that too. Yeah. I feel like it was some kind of test. And it was something that may have been very heavy. You know? But you got through it. The Emperor in reverse. Whatever this was, it may have been a test or something sent your way, because it's falling on top of the High Priestess. It may have been something sent your way to see if it was going to knock you off your throne. With it falling on this High Priestess, it could be someone was sending you this energy. Like it could have been someone, dark. One of these people that you let go of in this friend group or this family or whatever. And with this 3 of baskets being in the reverse also, which the High Priestess came on top of. So it could be that it's one of these people or all of these people, a combination of the people sending you some kind of negative energy to try to knock you off your throne. Whatever this tower moment was, it was something that was sent to break you. And it doesn't necessarily have to have come from someone. It could be a test from God to see where you are. If you're still in a place of survival mode, or if you're in a state of surrender. If you can let the tower happen, see the truth, deal with the heartbreak, and still move forward. If you can take accountability for your part, because we all play a part in everything that happens. Whether your energy wasn't in the right place or you were just allowing things for the sake of not being alone, whatever, your self-esteem have been a little low, maybe you were vibrating a little low, maybe your frequency was off. We all still have accountability in everything that takes place. So whatever this tower moment was, it was something that was sent to knock you off your throne, either from God or from one of these energies that you have detached yourself from, because the cycle with them is over. You've healed whatever needed to be healed within yourself, so that whatever this contract was you had with these phony ass friends, family, lover, whatever, whoever it may be, you were able to separate yourself. But the tower had to happen because it was a test. And even if this was not something sent from God, from the universe to test you. The test is still, how are you going to react to someone sending you this kind of energy? You had to heal this in order to remove something from the bloodline. This was meant to knock you off your throne, but it didn't work. It may have worked for a little minute, little second, but you gathered yourself. All this purging, all this work you've been doing. The Two of Knives and the Eight of Baskets, yeah. You've been walking away from the stuff that tried to keep you blind to the things that were trying to lead you astray. You separated yourself. You cut those energies off. And this Two of Knives, she not even holding the knives. Baby girl is in balance, but you know not to play with her, right? So you just cut shit off. You walked away from it and you moved on. You went to your ninth cup, your 10th cup, because you don't have time. You've been following the direction and the guidance of this higher power, of this higher calling. Something called you to dig deep, to take the blindfold off, to get into balance, and to dig deep, so that when you walk away, there is no looking back. You're not even tempted to turn around. You've done your self-reflection. You've been doing your shadow work. Someone went through a dark night of the soul. There's been some ego death going on for some of you. Maybe you've been going through all of it, but there's been a major purge that you've been going through for quite some time. And you literally don't have time to play. You cut off everything that was trying to lead you down the wrong path. You see very clearly. Daughter of Knives, you've been moving forward in purpose. I feel like there's still some purging going on within you. It's not as strong though, it's not as heavy like it was in the beginning. And so, you might still be having a little emotional immaturity about, certain types of situations, but you are getting through them and you are doing it in purpose, in intention. You ain't letting nothing make you look back, because baby, both of these got their back. Okay? Got their back turned. Not looking back. You've just been honest with yourself. And you may still be working through that. But there is honesty, because you have the Two of Knives and the Daughter of Knives. That's 3 knives. You've just been truthful with yourself. That sometimes you've been the one breaking your own heart. 5 of Knives, because of the internal turmoil, because of chaos around you, because of you letting certain energies get into your head. There's no more of that. You have left this behind, and now you are in this 9 of Coins energy. You are traveling. Your business is thriving. You're making divine connections. You have good partnerships in your life. You have connections and not attachments. You freed yourself from these things. Yeah, you've gotten free. You've gotten free from caging yourself in, from holding yourself back, from keeping yourself stuck. You've done that. You've gotten away from it. And you're in this 9 of Coins energy. You're independent. You're financially free. You're standing on your own. You're trusting yourself. There are 8 knives out here. You are no longer caged in. You walked away from it. Mm. 11 knives, because I forgot the 3 of knives is actually out. You have the Empress energy. You've been manifesting. You've been doing everything you need to do to rise. You set your sights higher, and you've been going higher. You trust yourself. You know who you are. You standing in it. 2 of coins. You're in balance. 6 of knives. And you moved on to calmer waters. You've overcome these mountains. You didn't let anything keep you from moving in the direction that you were meant to go in. This is really great. Anything else we need to know, Holy Spirit? Well, thank you. The world. Yes. It's time for a brand new beginning. Somebody is going to be traveling all around the world, whether it be physically or whether it be on the internet. But somebody is going to be worldwide with it. I feel like this is physically also. You may be making a move out of the country. Like if you live in one country, you might be moving to another country to live for a little while, just for the experience. There's a divine call for you to make some kind of move. But you are definitely now in a place of balance. You can handle this movement now. Before you weren't able to, but now you can handle this movement. The Hangman, you have a new perspective. You now see. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Anything else? Thank you. The freaking Wheel of Fortune. We started with the Wheel of Fortune. We end with the Wheel of Fortune. Baby, it's your time. It's your time. It's your time. You've closed out so much. You've closed out so much. You've healed this bloodline that you were born into. You have broken some generational curses. Ooh. The clouds are moving away. You have some beautiful divine blessings, prayers being answered. Something really beautiful is coming in for you. The wheel has turned in your favor. I'm hearing luck and joy are on your side. You literally have God and divine covering. These clouds, divine covering. Somebody gonna be worldwide with it. A few somebodies. Y'all have really broken some curses. You've healed some very difficult things. This was a very difficult assignment that you agreed to come here for, this contract. You knew it was gonna be rough. But baby, you survived. This is absolutely amazing. And the 5 of Wands. Yeah. You've gotten away from this chaos. The Fool under the 5 of Wands. You've gotten away from this chaos, like I said. Mother of Coins after that, to create a life of stability. The Lovers, the Magician. Yeah, you're bringing in everything that you have desired. Everything you want, everything you need. Because of this healing that you've done. Because of these cycles that you've closed out. Yeah. You understood the assignment. walking away from the chaos. This is really freaking incredible. I'm sorry. This is amazing for whoever this is for. I am so happy for you. All that purging, it's worth it. It's worth it. They tried to knock you off your throne, and you did not let it happen. You still standing. This is incredible. I love y'all. If this resonated for you in any way, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, if this was for you, make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know that this is you. I love this for whoever this is for. I love y'all. I hope y'all have the most wonderful rest of the weekend. And I will see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.